Welcome back. The Queen's health is back in the spotlight after Her Majesty was forced to miss Remembrance Sunday commemorations due to a sprained back.
Now, this morning, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson revealed he's spoken to the Queen and she is, quote, doing well. So just how concerned should we be? For more, we're joined by royal commentator Angela Mullard. Hi, Ange.
Hi.
We all know we said this was going to be a big deal for her to miss this event and that she probably wouldn't miss it. But then she did miss it.
Well, she only pulled out 2 hours before, so she was fully intending to go. The palace came out straight away and said that she had a sprained back. But then, of course, as you said, the British Prime Minister has said that he actually saw her last week and that was the first time that he'd seen her for 3 weeks. Look, we know she really wanted to be at this event. She said that it was with great regret that she didn't make it. But it speaks volumes because she's only missed this event 6 times in her entire reign. 4 times because she was overseas and twice while she was pregnant. Of course, she stepped back from laying a wreath and now stands on the balcony. But her absence at this event, which is a time of huge national unity, she was sorely missed.
Yeah. Now, we know she was spotted with a walking cane and spent that night in hospital. She's 95.
Yeah.
Right, we would be worried about any of our parents or grandparents aged 95 having to work so hard and do so much. Do we feel worried about her?
I think that we're failing to adjust to the fact, as you put it, Larry, that she is 95.
Yeah.
She is mortal. She's not going to go on forever. Like all of us, she will eventually die. And I think that the fact that Prince Philip obviously died earlier this year has made that more pressing. We're more aware that we might lose her. And also, she's an enormous figure of stability at the moment. We've got 2 royals in court cases. Prince Andrew, obviously, in America. That's rumbling on. We've got Meghan fighting in the courts against a British newspaper. She really wants to be there. She's always said, I need to be seen to be believed. The British public and the Commonwealth need that sort of stability that she can offer at the moment.
How transparent does the palace have to be around the Queen's health? Is there some sort of protocol, some sort of legal requirement to inform the public?
Like anyone, she's a human being and she's entitled to confidentiality, particularly around her medical situation.
Like sick leave.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
But last month, when she did go into hospital for those tests, there was an outcry that the palace obfuscated about the information they were giving out. So, for instance, the royal correspondent at the BBC was incandescent about the fact they were giving out to their viewers and listeners the fact that she was resting at Windsor Castle at the very moment that she was in hospital undergoing preliminary investigations. So he called on them. There was a hullabaloo about the fact they hadn't been transparent, which is why I think they've come out straight away and said this is a sprained back. They will have to be transparent going forward. She was obviously a private person, but a public figure.
Yeah. There is talk the Queen may step back from more public duties moving forward, and that makes sense, right? But with Andrew out of the picture, Harry now out of the picture, who's going to take up all the slack?
Look, I think it makes sense. I'm only in my early 50s and I sometimes want to step back.
Yeah.
But yes, look, I think the people you saw on the balcony, Kate, Camilla, Sophie Wessex, they are all going to do more work. I mean, the public love seeing women doing work. They love the outfits, the fashion, that sort of thing. Prince Charles is obviously fighting fit. He laid 2 wreaths. Prince William, they will all step up to take more of her place and to create, as I said, that stability and that constancy that is essential to the monarchy.
You touched on Harry and Meghan, and they have that court case with the major UK newspaper. We see the leaked text messages, lots of dirty laundry being aired. Meghan being quite forgetful over some matters. So what's your take on where they're up to and being perceived at the moment?
Look, I think that there's a massive twist. Some commentators are saying that this is really the end of Meghan's credibility. So what's happened, as we know, is that Mail on Sunday has challenged the court ruling that they breached her privacy. There's new text messages between her and her former communications secretary which show 2 things. One, that she contributed to the Finding Freedom book, and secondly, that she asked her communications secretary to help her write the letter she wrote to her father, which is the basis of this case, and that she actually thought at the time that it might be read in public. She said she used the words "Dear Daddy" at the beginning of it, and there, as we see, in the unfortunate event, she used that word, that it would pull at the heartstrings. I mean, that's a very manipulative phrase that you're writing to your father with the full expectation it'll be leaked and it will look good if you're using the phrase "Dear Daddy." She's had to say to the court, I was forgetful. I mean, this is a major, in other jurisdictions that would be contempt of court. So I think her rating at the moment is pretty low in terms of all all the stuff that's going on for the Queen, it's the last thing she needs.
Yeah, and couple that with the Prince Andrew saga and then the heartbreak over Prince Philip. She's having a horrible time.
She's having... Remember her Annus Horribilis back in 1992? Yeah. I hope this isn't another one for her. She is having a really bad year.
Right.
On top of COVID, of course.
Yes. Yeah. Thanks, Anne.
Thanks.
We'll see you soon.